Nakakaasar, no? Would you believe may naloloko pa rin ito? Minsan ang teknolohiya, hindi puro happy at lucky lang. Pag nakompromiso ang iyong personal information at privacy, maaari itong makasama sa ating finances, ekonomiya, social life, love life at iba pa. Halimbawa, pagbukas mo ng email mo, daming messages na nag-o-offer. Di mo naman knows. Daming stalker ah. Ganito kasi yan, bes. Nag-post ka sa social media. Nag-register ka sa isang event. Hiningi nila yung personal information mo. Dahil excited ka at libre, binigay mo naman. Yung personal info mo, minsan, pinapasa ito para sa profiling o direct marketing. Buti ganyan lang. Paano kung ganito? Shocking, no? Pero don't stress yourself dahil meron na tayong batas dyan. National Privacy Commission ang kakampi mo sa iyong right to privacy. Life goal natin, ang maayos at secure na processing ng personal information mo. Know your rights, Bes. You have the right to be informed, right to object, right to access, right to rectification, right to erasure or blocking, right to damages, right to data portability, at right to file a complaint. Maaari mo itong ipadala sa complaints@privacy.gov.ph. Kung may iba ka pang katanungan, ipadala sa info@privacy.gov.ph. Galing, di ba? At kung may magkakasala, National Privacy Commission din ang kakampi mo. At may kaparusahan sa paglabag ng right to privacy mo. Bes, ikaw lang ang pwedeng magsabi kung kanino ka magtitiwala. Yan ang ibig sabihin ng privacy. Visit www.privacy.gov.ph.
Talaga? Let me check. Grant access to my location? Okay. Pati email address? Psst. Remember, be careful in downloading and granting permission to mobile applications, lalo na sa location mo. Isang paalala mula sa National Privacy Commission.
Uy, Isa! Nakita mo na ba yung bagong launch ng Pineapple laptop?
Hindi pa, patingin nga. Wow, ang ganda niya na. I really have to buy that one. But wait, what? $2,000 for that?
I know.
Ayokong mahal.
Check mo na lang sa ibang reseller. I'm sure may mas cheap pa.
Ito. This is way cheaper, right? Pwede na. Teka, isn't it too much for a single transaction? I might get scammed. Psst. Remember, for every transaction, only give out the necessary personal information. Isang paalala mula sa National Privacy Commission.
Can you do a research on this? I need it by the end of the day.
Okay, boss. So where should I start?
Psst.
Remember, only visit safe and trustworthy websites when searching online.
Isang paalala mula sa National Privacy Commission.
Grabe. Pagod na naman sa trabaho. Ha? Uy! Ngayon nga pala yun. Nasaan na cellphone ko? Ito. Flaming Thrones? Latest episode. Ba't ganun? Ang dami naman play button nito. Ha? Psst! Tandaan, beware of sites that could lead you to malware. Isang paalala mula sa National Privacy Commission.
ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Kayang magiliw, ewas ng sinakanan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, tuyag ka ng magiting, sa manlulupin, di ka pasisingil, sa nagatang putok sa simoy at sa langit mong pagaw, ay hinatang tula, awit sa pagkayang minamahal, ang isang ng matawad mo'y tagumpay na nag-iindig, ang bituin at araw niya kailan pang ay di magdidinig, luman ang araw ng walhagit pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang hinigaya ng pagkay mga api, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
A very pleasant good morning, ka-primers. I am Dr. Alex Salud, your host for this morning. Thank you para sa lahat for being here with us on this beautiful Saturday morning to mark the Privacy Awareness Week 2022. Ang ating theme ngayon, ang power ng data privacy mo. Praktikal, angkop at wastong paggamit ng datos ni Juan at Juana. Mga ka-primers, we want to hear from you today sa YouTube. Comment lang kayo sa ating chat box using our official hashtag. Hashtag PAWer2022. Hashtag ang power mo. Hashtag ka-primer together. Magbasa nga tayo ng mga comments. Tingnan natin, aside from happy Saturday, good morning. Please go to the attendance slip. God bless to all. Sige, wala pa masyado nagko-comment. Mamaya na lang, babasahin natin yan, ano? For today also, who wants to win prizes? Later, we'll be having a raffle and virtual game. Kaya make sure na present kayo from now until the end of the program at later makinig kayo sa ating guest speaker. Marami tayong matututunan sa kanya and there are questions that will be asked related to that. Also, in a few minutes, we will be closing our attendance link. Kaya mag-register na kayo. Sabihan nyo yung mga kasamahan ninyo to register now. Just click the link in the comment section down below the YouTube screen. Before we get started, we would like to express our sincere appreciation to all the ka-primers who generously helped us make this event possible. They are as follows: the DPA Committee, MSD, Corporate Communications, ICT, and various retail SBUs who contributed for the prizes for the raffle. Alam mo mga ka-primers, there are 13 entities registered under the National Privacy Commission. These 13 entities are headed by our qualified and competent senior leaders. And to know who they are, it is a great privilege to introduce the members of the Primary Group Data Privacy Committee. Simulan na natin. starting with the Data Protection Officer, our one and only mother, Marisol Marcelo. For PRC, ROHQ, Deputy DPO, we have Attorney Hansen Guy, Chris De La Hapa, yours truly, Dr. Alex Salud, and Karen Francisco. For the retail group, Deputy DPO, Jojo Tan. For the various retail group COPs, for KIDC, Donna Chavez, for PhilGear, Carlos Cecilio, for UTCI, Kenneth Urrubia. For CSI and UTCI, it is currently vacant, but we will make the appointment and announcement very, very soon. For BHC, DPO, and COP, is Rochi Rani. For Pioneer Professional Academy of Asia, Deputy DPO and COP, Gil Regondola. For BGB Green DPO, we have John Lee and COP Jason Benitez. For UIGPI and Riverside Nation, Deputy DPO Mary C. For UIGPI COP Carmen Andres, and for Riverside Nation COP John Vincent Tobias. Okay, we will be closing our attendance link very, very soon. So pwede pang humabol. At nakikita natin sa mga chat box natin yung ating mga hashtags and various good morning coming from all over the Philippines sa ating mga various stores. Okay, we will be closing our officially. The attendance link is now closed. To start off, may we call on our beloved Vice President, Ms. Marisol Marcelo, for her opening remarks. Mother.
Thank you, Dr. A, and good morning. Good morning to all the co-primers, and thank you for attending this event. Well, this Privacy Awareness Week is actually an annual event, and this is the venue where we highlight the importance of protecting the personal information of everyone and one. And at the same time, this will also help the organization to handle the privacy landscape especially in the midst of this digital transformation. Now, we all agree that data is becoming one of the most important assets of the organization, but this is also the target of those who are motivated for malicious purposes or those who wanted to create troubles. Okay? Well, we do not only collect, store, process and discard data in accordance with regulations. But we also need to have a strong information security policies and practices that protect our clients' data from unauthorized use. Now, since the theme of the Privacy Awareness Week is about one-on-one on how to protect their personal information, let me refresh you of the rights of the data subject. When we say data subjects, this includes all of us, our employees, our vendors or suppliers, and of course, our customers, or any individual whose personal information is collected, stored, processed, and discarded by an organization. And this is in accordance with the Republic Act 10173, or known as the Data Privacy Act of the Philippines. Okay. Now, first, data subject right is the right to be informed. This means that the data subject has the right to know about the collection and use of his or personal information. Second, the right to access. So the right to obtain a copy of the personal data. Also, the data subject has the right to understand how and why we are using his or her data. And the third, the right to object grants the data subject the choice of refusing to give consent. So we cannot force our customers to give their personal details or personal information if they do not want to give it. And then the next right is the right to erasure or blocking. Allows a data subject to suspend, withdraw, or order the blocking, removal, destruction of his or her personal information from our filing system. We already have few customers who requested that their personal data or personal information be deleted from our database. And then we have the right to rectify, allows a data subject to request their incorrect or incomplete personal information be corrected or completed, and we have to correct it immediately. Okay. Then the right to data portability enables the data subject to obtain and electronically move, copy, or transfer his or her personal data for further use. Okay. Now, the last two rights are related to the enforcement of the rights I mentioned. First, the right to file complaint with the National Privacy Commission if the data subject discovers that his or her personal information has been misused, maliciously disclosed, or improperly disposed. And then lastly, the right to damages entitles the aggrieved data subject to claim compensation for damages due to inaccurate, unlawfully obtained, or unauthorized use of his or her personal information. So, please be mindful of how we collect, store, process, and discard the data that we have in our possession. Now, to further explain our topic, we have invited a resource person who will share her knowledge and insights on how we can protect the personal information of everyone and one. So, Dr. A, the floor is yours to introduce our speaker.
Thank you very much, Mother. Ganda-ganda ng background mo. Para tayong nasa umagang kay ganda. Di ba? As mentioned by our DPO, we have a recorded interview with the President of the Retail and Manufacturing Data Privacy Sector, Ms. Jella Boqueren, to share some information, experiences, challenges, and understanding on the rules and guidelines of the Data Privacy Act. Mga ka-primers, sabay-sabay nating panoorin ito ngayon.
This is Dr. A, your Head of Human Resources, and welcome to this year's 2022 Privacy Awareness Week. Magkakaroon tayo ng guest speaker today, and our theme for this year is ang power ng Data Privacy Vault. Praktikal, angkop at wastong paggamit ng datos ni Juan at ni Juan. Our guest speaker for today, is a certified public accountant, a certified internal auditor, a certified DPO by NPC and TUV Ryland, certified information privacy manager by IAPP, and she is also currently the DPO for San Miguel Corporation and is the secretary of the NPC Data Privacy Executive Council, as well as the concurrent president of the NPC Data Privacy Council for Retail and Manufacturing Sector. Let us welcome our guest speaker for today, Ms. Jella Boqueren. Good morning, Jella.
Good morning, Dr. Alex.
How are you today?
Well, I'm so good. I am very happy today, and I'm very excited because it's actually the end of the Privacy Awareness Week celebration, and we're going to that culminating mood already. How are you?
Yeah, doing well. No? Maganda talaga itong topic natin ngayon kasi at least ma-refresh ang ating mga ka-primers yung basics about data privacy. And of course, paano ito gagamitin ng wasto at paano maiiwasan yung pag-violate sa ating datos.
Yes, I agree with you on that, Dr. Alex, and I commend actually the National Privacy Commission on having this theme focusing on the data privacy rights of our data subjects. Very timely talaga.
Okay, thank you very much for that. I now turn you over. The floor is now yours for your presentation.
Thank you, Dr. Alex. Okay, so magandang umaga sa lahat ng empleyado, management, at leaders ng Primer Group of Companies. Of course, shout out sa ating data privacy team, headed by, of course, Ms. Marisol. Magandang umaga. So, and congratulations to this team, to the organizers. Maraming salamat din sa pag-imbita ulit sa akin. Okay, so allow me to greet everyone once again. A happy Privacy Awareness Week. So ang theme natin for this celebration is ang power ng data privacy mo, practical, angkop, at wastong paggamit ng datos ni Juan at Juana. So this is the 5th year ng celebration ng Privacy Awareness Week. And NPC decided na gawin siyang focused sa privacy rights sa data subjects in this year. Ang target is that end of the day, lahat ng Filipinos will be knowledgeable, aware of the Data Privacy Act of 2012. Okay. So, we have been hearing about the word privacy. It has been a talk of the town naman, ang word na data privacy since 2016. Diba? Before, privacy lang ang alam natin, privacy. Then came data privacy. Yan na ba ang bago nating favorite na term ngayon? Data privacy? What is the difference between the two? Privacy and data privacy. Diba? Little that we realize, magkaiba pala yung dalawang yon. When we talk about privacy, definition says that it's the right to be let alone. Our freedom from interference or intrusion. We usually hear the term, leave me alone. I am entitled to my privacy. Or minsan, di ba, that's private to me. Diba? Dati, ang term that we commonly hear is that, hey, that's personal. You're asking me a personal question. Especially when we are asked about our age or sometimes our birthday. That's personal. But then came the term data privacy since 2016. It's the right of an individual not to have his private information disclosed, and of course, to live freely from surveillance and intrusion. Okay? In our industry, sooner than later, okay, all of our customers will be online. All of our customers will be aware of the data privacy. So, kung dati, pag sinabing privacy, it seems to be like the physical privacy. Leave me alone. I will lock my doors. Diba? This is my private place. But then when we talk about data privacy, it seems to be just like that physical privacy is translated into the digital world mo. Okay? I've seen a video before wherein dinigitalize nila or what shall we say, dinramatize nila kung paano tayo nasusundan ng ating digital footprints. From the time you do your grocery, you have given your data already. Your privacy is already shared. You give the data of your credit card, then you book your Grab or you use your Waze to go home. That's bringing along somebody else until your destination, up to your destination. Now, privacy and data privacy. Okay? 2016 pa natin pinag-uusapan ng data privacy. And soon, the 100 plus million Filipinos will be talking about it and exercise their rights under this new law, the Data Privacy Act of 2012. In our industry, it may be sooner than we think when all of our customers will be conscious, not just of their privacy, physical privacy, but more of their data privacy. So what's going to happen? We companies have to be complying with this Data Privacy Act of 2012, the Republic Act number 10173. Because in the same note, mamimemorize na rin ng mga data subject natin ang mga karapatan nila. Okay. The DPA of 2012 covers all Filipinos here and abroad whose personal data is being processed. Let us review the objectives of this law. First, it is a law which will protect Filipinos, including customers, employees, the owners of our companies, of course, our board of directors, because when we provide or when we collect personal data, because it's necessary, kailangan natin mag-comply sa rules ng data privacy. Okay. While it seems that physical store transactions are getting back to normal, a lot are going to the malls and to your stores also already. Okay. The online or digital transactions will be a common scenario for them. Flow information, including our personal information, needs to be processed fast for many reasons, including as customer availment of important retail events, okay? Participation in events. Of course, rushing to the malls for sale and discounts and promotions. So those are part of the fast sharing of personal information by our customers. And in all these situations, the DPA does not prohibit actually the collection. And for the understanding of our data subjects, DPA should not be a reason not to provide personal information. Okay? Hindi dapat yung nagiging dahilan na, oh, I cannot provide my personal data because of data privacy. Or even the employees at some point in time, pag tinanong sila ng customers, oh, I cannot give my personal data because of data privacy. Okay? DPA is here to regulate the processing para hindi tayo matakot. So we can still share, provide our personal data. And we as processors can collect, okay, with a peace of mind na we will not also be in danger, that we will not be violating any law or the rights of these data subjects. Diba? So we need to make sure that we have, well, at the minimum, what is it? The privacy notice regarding the collection, processing, and our frontliners, including our website, explain this to the customers. Okay, so this is the first phase of our compliance to data privacy. We are in the fourth era or the digital world. The world is getting flat. Transactions are getting international. It's an international transaction at this time. Now let us travel back in time. When the call center business was starting and started to boom in our country, little that we realized that first, a significant number of personal information has been being processed by their call centers. What was protecting it then? Confidentiality agreement between companies, international and in here, and also confidentiality agreements between employees and the company. Then there were issues of personal information. Nagkaroon din ng mga concerns on personal information trading or selling, but primarily because there was no regulation then. And of course, to strengthen the competitiveness of our country's international trade, data privacy has been here. Okay, this is very much needed for us to compete globally. We need to comply to international standards for data protection. Else, we may lose the investors, we may lose those call center businesses, but now we call them the business process outsourcing companies here in the Philippines. So, with all these things, with all the Data Privacy Act of 2012's objectives, okay, we should be guided. We should not fret as a company to collect and process personal data. And we have to educate our employees on how to comply with this Data Privacy Act of 2012. So the question is how? The data privacy seems to be an overwhelming terminology Employees may seem to be, oh, that's compliance, audit is here. And for the DP, data privacy team naman, it seems to be a very hard task, a very hard journey that we have to undergo. Well, we can simplify it. It can be simplified. Well, it's a journey, but still we can simplify it. The principles to remember, here they are. Let's tag two very important sets of principles. Starting with this, transparency, legitimate purpose, and proportionality. And we also have, okay, let me discuss this one first. Acronym that we call it is the TLP. So as we say, during trainings, cascades, this is the most important acronym or principle that they should bring as they finish their data privacy training. Transparency, legitimate purpose, and proportionality. Processors in our companies, including the owners, stockholders, directors, management employees, and even the third-party employees should observe this TLP. Of course, the second term that I'm gonna be discussing later has to be observed likewise by the employees. Okay? But then again, when we say transparency, let's refresh our learnings on these three basic principles. When we talk about transparency, okay, this is the most basic and the most important. And shall I say that this is the absolute obligation of a company. It is equal to the absolute right of the data subjects. Kung may absolute right sila na right to be informed, this is the equivalent, the right to be informed, the transparency that we need to practice with our customers. They have the right to know what are we gonna collect, why, are we gonna share it, and of course, who to contact. Okay. When are we gonna dispose it or delete it? Okay. What are the purposes? Which is the most important. This principle of transparency is the frontliner of data privacy. It will immediately give the customer a glimpse of the company's compliance to DPA. Okay, so very important po to. Even NPC is doing privacy suite based on your transparency, based on your available notices. Your websites are very important. We go to legitimate purpose, and together with it, the proportionality. These are the principles in the DPA to guide us in processing. We collect and share only what are needed to carry out the transaction that we are executing. Okay. And of course, that's proportionality. And we process, use, and share only for the purposes of the personal information are collected in the first place. So if we said that we're going to be using that to process the transaction, the sale, the purchase, then that's just it. Unless we ask the consent of the customer, okay, to contact them for marketing purposes, for events, promotions, then we cannot do that. Okay. Para ito yung term na no hidden costs. Okay. Same thing. Our privacy notice, to be transparent, okay, dapat wala rin siyang secondary purposes of processing. Ganon din siya. So kahit paulit-ulit natin explain these principles of transparency, legitimate purpose, and proportionality to our employees, go ahead, let's do it. This is very important. Ulitin natin lagi yan. This can be the primary posters natin. Okay. And while we can educate our staffs in observing these principles as well as the policies, okay, into it, okay, let's take note that these measures naman are responsibilities of the company. The company should make sure that we have this technical organization and physical measures. This is the term that was the angkop na measures that we need to have para sa pag-process ng personal data. Employees can just follow all those policies related to these measures. Companies have to align, improve, calibrate, or even revise the measures that are present to integrate the data privacy requirements. So technical, organizational, physical measures. So all of the security measures that we can think of, we just have to categorize in here. Now, as we go along, syempre, it won't be complete. Okay, NPC and the DPA, okay, have laid down these basic policies that the companies have to have. Okay, first things first, what is your privacy policy? And when we talk about the privacy policy, it's as if we are already talking about the Data Privacy Act of 2012. It carries almost everything, and it's almost the same as the training that we are giving to our employees, because this should be the handbook for the employees. So let's make this available to them. Now, privacy manual. This is our handbook, data privacy practitioners. This is how we're going to be organizing our team. How are we going to define our structures? Okay. This will also include our breach management system. We need to have this on hand. Okay. And of course, the most important, and I think the hardest part, the hardest job of the data privacy officers, data protection officers, the privacy impact assessment. Siyempre. Well, this can be done by the data privacy team group. This can be done in-house, or this can also be outsourced. Now, if you have your ISO system, we noted that it's very useful. The processes set in there can be reviewed and aligned, convert them into data flow diagram. This is the best time for you to calibrate also your processes. So when you do the privacy impact assessment, okay, you can target two things at the same time. Review the process, improve them, and at the same time, draw your privacy flow. Come up with your privacy impact assessment, and eventually consolidate and come out with your privacy management program. What are you going to do to make sure that you are complying to data privacy? What are the remaining items that we still have to undertake? Okay. What are the support we needed from the management to make sure that our processing of data by Juan and Juana will be practical, angkop, and proper? All of these things are anchored to our people, the process owners, our employees, and at some point in time, our third-party employees, and most importantly, our privacy team. We see these words which may become part of your system. This may be, dumadali na sa ating mga dugo, as we shall say it. We have the privacy and data privacy to discuss, the anchor of DPA. Okay. Now, the data subjects. It can be me, you, the management, the suppliers, the customers, okay, and most importantly, syempre, just to emphasize, yung customers nga natin. Among others, you categorize your data subjects. Now we have the personal data, syempre, which is categorized into three: the personal, sensitive, and the privileged information. Okay. This is also very important. We need to know what are these that we have, so we can protect the rights of our data subjects and respect their privacy. And when we do so, we need to observe the available security measures by the company. Technical measures, organizational measures, and the physical measures. We have, I'm sure that by this time, we have a lot of personal data in our hands. We have been processing a lot. And because we process data, we are growing. Because data is power. Data and processing of data is important for each data subject, each person, and of course for the company to grow. We collect and process data, of course, in consideration always with compliance to DPA. We need to protect data. We need to respect the privacy of every individual. And because data is power, we who are custodians of personal data have the power to protect, and of course, if we will not be able to protect, to pose the risk of exposing it to unauthorized processors. We have the power. Then we have the responsibility to protect this data. So let me end by sharing with you this quote from Dr. Henry Williamson Haynes, which is made famous, by the way, by Uncle Ben and Spider-Man. The possession of great powers implies equally great responsibilities. Happy Privacy Awareness Week, everyone. Dr. Alex?
Thank you very much, Ms. Jana, for that. At least sa ating mga ka-primers, what did we hear today? Pagkakaiba ng privacy at data privacy. Nadinig natin yung mga pertinent information as related to the Data Privacy Act of 2012. And then, pinakilala din sa atin siyempre yung mga principles, measures, and tools. Very, very valid talaga yung transparency, legitimate purpose, and of course, proportionality. And syempre, para sa atin sa primer, ang ating Data Privacy Office, the responsibility is really with us. And of course, hindi lang sa DPO ito, the responsibility is with everyone to take care of your data. Kaya nga, ito yung ang power ng data mo. Ngayon naman, let's go to some question and answer. Ito, very popular, ano? Personally, I have experienced this. My family have experienced this. At pati yung mga ka-primers natin has experienced it. Ito yung question. I regularly receive spam messages on SMS. Nandito yung nag-o-offer ng trabaho, nagpapautang, mga discounts and so forth and so on. So the question is, how do I deal with this recurring incident? Kasi minsan nakakainis na paulit-ulit. Everything nakakaisa o dalawa ako. So how do we deal with this?
Okay. I also experienced the same, actually. So as a DPO, I'm not exempted. I'm sure even our regulators, NPC PIPs, are not exempted in this. Okay. Time will come, okay, when a maturity level of the data privacy implementation here in our country will be at a higher level. Okay. And all processors, all companies, individual practitioners, individual resellers, okay, will be aware of the Data Privacy Act of 2012. Okay. This is quite challenging yet up to this time. Okay. But we have a role to play as individuals, as data subjects. Okay. We usually get this SMS because we signed up on something. That's one primary possible reason. Okay, we signed up into something, and we allow that company to share our personal data with their third parties, with their with their sister companies, okay, for marketing purposes. So very important, yon. Okay, there are efforts actually, and we as retailers and the retail companies now. So we can have that governance. We can practice the governance of segregating that request for marketing, the purpose of marketing, as another tick mark or a consent, okay, or emphasize that in our privacy notice. And when they say yes, then we can contact them. Thus, when our customer receives such SMS, then they won't get annoyed because they agreed into it. However, I also noticed that when we shop, okay, a lot of our shopping platforms right now, I noted that afterwards we get a lot of SMS scam offering a lot of things. Okay, I myself experienced that. Okay, so because I also use some of those platforms. Okay, so it seems like it's being shared. So we have to be the only thing that we can do as of this time is to be very careful on those that we are agreeing upon. Okay, the second thing that we can do at the minimum, okay, is to block. However, they would use different numbers again. But that's what I do. I block, okay, delete and block. We try not to answer unknown numbers likewise. Especially at this time na hindi lang phishing ang uso ngayon. We have the smishing via SMS, meaning getting your personal data, especially your past accounts and passwords via SMS. And now we have the vishing, okay? Trying to call you representing a certain company, but you cannot verify that anymore. So we have to increase the awareness. Data privacy team, how we can help? Let's increase the awareness to our employees, to our members, and tayo rin sa ating mga family members. And we have to be careful when signing up. I think that's the least that we can do at this time. And let's hope that in the next few years or so, okay, our companies are mature. All of those traders will be mature enough not to do these things anymore. And not to discount the fact that all our telcos are also doing actions, okay, in collaboration with the NPC, of course, okay, on how to mitigate these things. So, darating din tayo doon. As of this time, medyo sariling sikap muna tayo.
Thank you very much for that. Pero so ang nakuha ko from here is, let us be careful, mga ka-primers, in signing up for these various declarations. And then if and when naka-receive tayo ng mga ganyang messages, do not respond to it. Paki-block and paki-delete. Okay, so some very practical things that we can do to handle this. Ito naman, may pangalawang tanong ako. This one is very corporate. How do you incorporate privacy by design into your IT systems?
Wow. Favorite ko to actually, Dr. Alex. Okay. First things first, no? Data privacy team have the very good partnership with your IT. Secondly, establish also a very good partnership with your other departments. IT projects don't originate always with the IT. Sometimes it will originate from any of the departments. Of course, in partnership with IT, luckily, minsan din nakakaligtaan. Kala nila hindi related sa IT. Okay. Now, in terms of IT, having a very good partnership, and for IT to understand, okay, data privacy by heart, okay, and to understand the term privacy by design, how it's being done. That's the first thing to do. Have your IT group understand privacy by design. And when they do so, okay, hindi magiging mahirap sa data privacy team to make sure that all IT developments will be done with that principle of privacy by design. Meaning, as they conceptualize it, they have already been thinking, will there be data to be impacted here? Okay. That's privacy by design. Are we gonna collect data, personal data, in this application or system? And if it's yes, then they will make sure that from the time they collected it to the time that they're gonna be disposing it, of course, use the storage and the disposal, privacy should be in there. Privacy by design and privacy embedded in the design. And they have to involve the data privacy team, okay, to make sure that they have assessed all the possible gaps that will impact the rights of our data subject as we use the system or the application later. So that's actually privacy by design.
Thank you very much for that. Maganda talaga partnership with DPO and the IT. So, syempre, PAWer right now is undergoing lots of digital transformation projects. And some of them will actually collect data. So, at the very beginning pa lang, habang pinag-iisipan pa lang yung buong proseso, it has to be already incorporated into the design. Related to this, syempre, nasa HR kami. We are using an HR system or an HRIS. And then, but we also have offices in Singapore, Malaysia, and Indonesia. Related to this, we plan sana to keep the employee data information in our HRIS. It's a plan pala. Since this now involves multiple countries naman, how do we handle this?
Okay. involving multiple countries. First, of course, is that you have to, I'm sure, may listing kayo, which countries will this be, which countries will be involved. Okay.
Malaysia, Indonesia, and Singapore.
Yes, meaning you have your branches there, right?
Yes.
Okay. When you do so, okay, we recommend that you consider the the local privacy laws in those countries, okay, because they are also entitled to their rights based on that respective privacy law. We need to comply. You need to comply with the respective privacy laws. Our DPA will cover the Filipinos. Okay, while the other countries will have their own. So medyo, it can be a hybrid thing. Now, find a common denominator among them. Okay, and if you need to standardize it, you have to apply the stricter one, especially when processors, users of the HRIS will be centralized. They have to follow the stricter policy or stricter privacy law. That's a safer approach to do.
Okay, thank you very much for that. We'll think about that as we go along and plan this out carefully. Kasi roll out pa naman ito nasa queue. So at least as early as pag-iisipan na natin. Next question here is, do you regularly review and monitor applicable security controls for securing data?
Yes. Whether it's a data privacy thing or not, I believe that our IT also, we're talking of security controls, right? Okay. So I'll go back to that slide where I discussed about technical, organizational, and physical measures. Okay. All of this have corresponding policies. And all of this have established frequency of review. So we have to do that. If it's not established yet, then we have to establish regular reviews. So the answer to the question is yes, we need to review all of the security controls regularly based on what the company has established. An example is information security policy. There's an annual review of that. For data privacy, the privacy impact assessment, we have to review that likewise. Okay. There may be items also in the IT security, InfoSec, if I may say, no, wherein some of those that we are using have to be reviewed every quarter, every 6 months, and so on. Some would be something like 3 years, 5 years, of course. An example of that, do we have to review our policy on password every month? Of course not. But do we have to review it every year? Maybe not likewise, or maybe every other year. So it depends on how dynamic, okay, is your team, how dynamic are your policies, how dynamic are your policies, okay, baka every year may nagbabago, okay? So many factors have to be considered with regards to the frequency of review of all these policies. Again, it won't be a one-fit-all frequency of reviewing policies, but yes, we have to review it as established.
Thank you very much for that, Ms. Jala. Before you do your closing remarks, we'd like to present to you a certificate of appreciation. Let me read follows. This certificate is presented to Jelalyn Okeren for sharing her valuable knowledge as a resource speaker during the Privacy Awareness Week on 11th of June 2022. Signed, Robert R.C., Managing Director, PAWer Group of Companies. Thank you very much, and really appreciate your time here. Let's have your closing remarks, Ms. Jala.
Okay. So thank you. Again, I'd like to thank the PAWer Group of Companies for your efforts, for inviting me here. And I'd like to congratulate you guys for coming out with this. This is a very good initiative. And I look forward, okay, to seeing you, okay, to seeing the company, PAWer Group of Companies, or any one of your subsidiaries, okay, as a candidate. And if given the chance, and I hope it will come, to be awarded as a Company of the Year by the National Privacy Commission, or as a Data Protection Officer by the National Privacy Commission, Miss Marisol. So congratulations, and I once again greet you a happy Privacy Awareness Week. Happy PAW, everyone! Thank you, Dr.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Ms. Jella. Happy PAW, everyone, mga ka-primers. Thank you very much, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, yan yung ating recorded interview with with the president of the retail and manufacturing data privacy sector, Ms. Jella Bukiren. So, nakuha natin dito, no? Let us all keep a careful watch on monitoring on the data that we have in our possession. Now, on the latter side of the program, I would like to call in now Ms. Rochi Frani and Mr. Hill Regondola to lead the games and raffle. Rochi and Hill, take it away. It's your show.
Okay. Thank you, Sir Alex. Okay. Hello, ka-primer. Nako, ready na ba kayo to win amazing prizes? Well, we hope na nakinig kayo sa talk ni Miss Jella kanina. Sir Hill, so ano, pag-game na tayo?
Yes, pwede na. Ready na tayong lahat, Miss Rochi.
Alright. Sige. For our game 1 mechanics, this is very easy. Okay. Sir Hill will be asking a question. If you know the answer, please type your answer in the comment section. The first ka-primer who can give the right answer will get a prize. So, ano ba yung prize natin, sir, for the round 1?
Okay, actually, eto yan. Naka-flash sa screen nila, Miss Rochi, mamimigay tayo ng isang Herschel bag sa ating mga ka-primer, no? Sa ka-primers natin na mananalo sa ating, round 1 question later.
Akalain mo yun, sir? Sasagot ka lang, may Herschel bag ka na.
Oo nga, isang Herschel bag. Sana ako manalo, no? Kung pwede akong sumali dito sa question na to. Okay?
Alright.
So,
wag na natin patagalin to, Sir Hills. Let's start.
Okay, sa ating mga keyboard warriors dyan, be ready ha. Kailangan mabilis magsulat, mabilis sumagot sa ating chat box, no? Kasi again, our prize na ipamimigay ay isang Herschel bag. So let's begin with question number 1.
Alright.
Are you ready? Okay. So the question is, what are the 3 principles of privacy consent? I repeat, what are the 3 principles of privacy consent? Okay, I'll give you ilang minutes, ilang segundo, Miss Rochi? Okay, 3 seconds. 3 seconds lang daw. Okay, go.
In 3, 2, 1, go! Naku,
so
Sir Hill, alam mo, kung nakinig talaga sila kanina kay Miss Jella, definitely, may makakasagot nito. Ako, just imagine, ang price mo is a Herschel bag.
Correct. Ayan. So, alam ko naman yung mga ka-primers natin, Miss Rochi, kanina, nagti-take down notes, no, habang nagsasalita yung ating speaker. So, inaantay natin kung sino kaya ang makakasagot. Yan. So, actually, we have 2 questions naman, so you have to be ready, no, ating mga ka-primers. Kasi, again, maganda yung ating prize. It's a Herschel bag. Okay, again, I repeat the question, Miss Rochi. What are the 3 principles of privacy consent? So, isusulat nyo lang sa ating chat box.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
so let's wait. Yeah, sir, let's wait, Sir Hill, no? Alright. Naku, ka-primer, Herschel bag to, no?
Correct. Tingnan natin, meron na bang sumagot? Meron na bang nakakuha ng tamang sagot? Para makita natin. Okay. So, flash na natin ngayon, what are the correct answers? Okay? So, let's check. The correct answers are, 1, transparency, legitimate purpose, and proportionality. I repeat, tatlong answers, transparency, legitimate purpose, and proportionality. Sino kaya ang nakakuha, Miss Rochi, ng tamang sagot?
Let's see.
Herschel bag. Inantay natin, masyadong may element of surprise. Okay, so let's check. Miss Rochi?
Okay, our winner for our first question is Miss Ria Ang ng Santa Ana. Alright.
Okay, galing. Congratulations, Miss Ria Ang, Santa Ana.
Alright.
You've won an Herschel bag, no? Meron ka ng Herschel bag from the Primer Group of Companies. Congrats.
Okay, sir, let's go with our round 2 question.
Okay, game 2 na tayo, no? Again, keyboard warriors, be ready for the next question. At ang ating magiging prize ulit ay, Miss Rochi?
ay isang Herschel bag again.
Amazing, ang
So, di ba?
galing.
Pangalawa na to.
Gusto ko yan, Herschel bag. Sana akin na yan, no? Keyboard Warriors, mga ka-primers, be ready, no? Abangan yung ating question dyan sa inyong comment box para po manalo kayo ng ating Herschel bag. Let's begin. Okay, what is the next and the last question? Okay. Now, give at least 3 data subject rights. I repeat, give at least 3 data subject rights. Yan. So, isulat. 3 lang, ha? Tama? 3 lang hinahanap natin dito.
Actually, Sir Hill, may 8 answer sa question na yan. Pero ang hinahanap lang natin is at least 3.
Okay, pwede. Paano ba yan, ma'am? In order ba yan? In order? Kailangan?
No, wala naman. Basta makasagot lang sila ng tamang 3 kasagutan.
Ayan.
Lang.
Simple. Okay, 3 answers, correct answer, and you'll get that Herschel bag. I repeat the question, Ms. Rochi, ha? Give at least 3 lamang of 8. You have to give 3 data subject rights.
Naku, kayang-kaya ng mga ka-primer natin yan. Sigurado.
Yeah. 3 correct answers and you'll get the Herschel bag. Ayan. Ang daming, alam ko, ang daming sumasagot eh. Or I mean, siguro nagtatype pa kasi medyo madami siya eh.
Yes.
Napakaganda ng sinabi kanina ni Ma'am Jella eh. Ang ating guest speaker.
At napaka-importante nun, ha?
Yes. Okay. Meron na ba tayong winner para sa ating last question? Okay, let's flash now ang correct answers. And the correct answers are, okay, right to be informed, right to access, right to object, right to erasure or blocking, right to rectify, right to data portability, right to file a complaint, and finally, right to damages.
Right to damages. Ayun.
3 lang naman ang kailangan.
Okay. Sino kaya ang nakasagot sa ating question number 2?
Check. Sino kaya? Okay, Ma'am Roch.
Okay, our winner for our second question is Miss Cyrene Jane Anotado. Alright.
Congratulations,
Miss Cyrene. Okay.
Parang 4 yung binigay niya, no? 3 lang hinahanap natin. Very good.
Talagang nakinig.
Yeah.
Alright. So,
congrats. Ayan.
Okay. Congratulations to all our winners. We hope you enjoy our game. But before we proceed with our raffle segment, let's call on again for Doc A.
Dr. A.
Doc Alex.
Good morning mga ka-primers ulit at sa ating winners doon sa game. No? So we have Ria and Chai. Susunod tayo sa raffle. Pero prior to that, let's call a simple message from one of our managing directors, Mr. Jerry C. Palakpakan po natin. Welcome natin si Sir Jerry.
Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat, no. Magandang umaga po ulit sa inyong lahat, no. Thank you na yung mga nag-attend. Alam ko Saturday naiinis kayo, pero yun ang sinadya ko talaga, no. Maski mainis na kayo sa akin, okay lang ako. But we have no choice kasi Monday to Friday we are trying to make the sales. Okay? Saturday, yes, morning tayo. Ngayon, maraming tao. Pero ang maraming tao sa mall ngayon sa Saturday is after lunch. So, meron pa tayo naman 1 oras eh. So, thank you ho sa lahat nag-attend ng itong NPC, no? Data Privacy Act. No? Itong sinasabi ko po sa inyong lahat is, itong data natin, lahat nito is pang-personal natin o pang-negosyo. You keep it yourself. Sariling ang tawag nito, how you call it, sariling pag-alaga ng sariling personalidad mo. Wag na. Kung sa ganun, bawasan na lang ninyo kasi maraming nag-TikTok, bawasan na lang ninyo para hindi kayo ma-data privacy, para hindi na kayo So, mas maganda ho po na kayo po ang mag-alaga ng sarili natin. At saka sana yung mga data, itong data privacy is ang importante po sa lahat ng mga tindahan po natin, lalo na kasi minsan may mga customer na hingi ka, magagalit pa. Anong karapatan mo, di ba? Sometimes they will ask, no? But be careful on that one, no? Kung pwede na lang, wag na lang. O kung pwede, sir, may promo kami next month, gusto mo ba sumali? ito ibibigay ko para sumali kayo. Parang we use a sales promo or anything na may event. Sa mall may event ho next week, baka hindi niyo alam. Ibigay niyo yung data, doon lang kayo pumasok. Pag nanalo kayo, may ganun kayo. It's just sarili lang natin. Kasi ang data privacy is for everybody, tayo sarili natin. Tayo magsasarili magkikip ng privacy natin. No? Ay sa tindahan naman, sana yung mga ingat lang kayo. Kasi baka maraming mag-hack naman, makuha ang data natin. Yun ang importante, yun ang dapat itago. No? So yung mga natindahan, ang buong primer, all the primer is tayo. We should help each other, no? Lalo na lahat tayo, tayo. Kasi mga data natin is data ng primer yan, no? Pero wala tayong magawa. Siyempre, may ibang gustong baka may mapunta pa sa ibang tao. Galit sa primer o galit sa isang tao. So, ibibigay nila. So, sana naman, wag na lang. Para isipin na lang ninyo, always think of the whole primer. What we are doing, we try to help each other, no? Lahat ng bagay nito. Data privacy is good, but sometimes is bad if you use in a bad way. Parang binigay mo ang data natin, di bad yan. Pero pag maganda makukuha mo. Kasi you will know the people who buying our product. No? So, yun lang po ang gusto ko sabihin. At maraming salamat po sa pag-invite po sa akin magsalita. Alam ko, pag nagsasalita ako, medyo people will not be happy. Okay lang. I'm just, kasi nagsisermon. At yan lang aking kaya ko magsalita. At yan lang kaya ko sabihin ng gusto. Galing sa akin lahat ng sinasabi ko. Always remember, lahat ng sinasabi ko ay galing dito. Para ka naghawak ng bayang kumakanta ng national anthem natin, nakahawak ka sa dibdib. Yun ang akin. No? So, kagaya na sinabi ng babae kanina, di ba? Kay Uncle Ben, great responsibility. So, lahat tayo may responsibility sa sarili natin, no? To each and every one of the primary group. Ulit, maraming salamat po sa pag-invite po sa akin and a happy weekend ho sa inyong lahat. Thank you.
Salamat, Sir Jerry, sa mga practical remarks regarding data privacy. Tandaan lang natin, pag-ingatan natin ang ating mga data, whether it's our personal data or customers' data. Again, to continue spicing up the day, we are raffling off some items to those who are still with us at this time. Back to you, Rochi and Hill.
Okay, thank you, Doc Alex. Nako, kanina Sir Hill, nagpa-game tayo. So, ngayon, nandito na tayo sa ating raffle. Okay.
Ito yung pinaka-exciting part
Yes, sa raffle natin, may mechanics din tayo dito, ha?
Yes.
Okay.
Check natin kung paano sila mananalo sa ating raffle prizes.
Okay. So, napakadali lang din naman, sir, ng mechanics natin, no? Una, make sure you have registered in the Google form earlier for the attendance. Second, the winner will be drawn randomly.
Okay.
Third, when your name was displayed as the winner, you should type in present just to make sure that you're still watching the session.
Okay.
Yun, dali lang, di ba?
Correct. Okay.
Right.
So
for this raffle, sir, ilan ba yung ating, magiging prizes?
Actually, ito yung pinaka-inaabangan ng lahat Actually, ka-primers na we will be giving 7 prizes. No?
Uy, 7.
5 doon, yes. 5 doon, Miss Rochi, minor prizes natin. At magbibigay tayo ng 2 major prizes. Ito yon.
Alright.
So we will be giving 2 aqua solution or aqua solution. Ayan, magbibigay din tayo ng vouchers from Video Origin. So 3 yan.
Oy, Video ha?
Yes, and of course, yung ating major prizes, we will be giving 1 Victorinox luggage cover at the same time, isang Tumi luggage tag.
Alright. Okay.
So let's begin.
Simulan na natin, sir. For round. Ayan. So, ayan. So, we have the Aquama solution.
Yeah, that's our first prize to be given sa ating winner. Miss Rochi, sino ba si Aquama Solution? Bigyan mo nga kami ng konting background about Aquama Solution.
Okay, si Aquama is an innovative solution that uses only salt, water, and electricity to produce 100% safe cleaning and disinfecting solutions. So yun, si Aquama.
Galing. So yung ating mga ka-primers dyan, let's try Aquama Solution, no? Parang gamitin natin sa office, sa bahay, no? Para at least, di ba, mas-safety tayo. Mas-safe, I mean, no? Everyday. Yeah.
Sino ba ang first winner natin ng isang Aquama Solution?
Actually, inaantay ko, Miss Rochi, eh. Kasi actually, ito, to be fair and square, meron tayong randomizer. So, inaantay lang natin mag-flash. Ayan, parang meron na tayo, Miss Rochi.
Ayan, naku, sino kaya to? Na-excite ako.
Correct. Tapos, Miss Rochi, pag nanalo sila, anong gagawin nila? For example, nandito siya. Nandito yung ating lucky winner. Anong gagawin?
Okay. Katulad nung sinabi ko sa mechanics kanina, kailangan doon sa comment section, mag-type sila ng present or kahit man lang yung kanilang full name.
Okay. Sige. So let's begin. Magdodraw na tayo for our first winner, Aquama Solution. Gusto ko rin to eh.
Okay.
Aquama Solution, gusto ko to. Mamaya, Miss Rochi, bibigyan kita. Actually, meron ako dun eh. Para masubukan mo rin. Ayan, umiikot na yung ating randomizer.
Umiikot.
Yeah. Miss Rochi, ayan, meron na tayong winner. I think we have a winner, Miss Rochi. Okay, so congratulations to our first Aquama Solution winner. Okay, babasahin. Miss Rochi, nakikita mo ba sa screen?
Hindi.
Okay, so our first winner, Miss Mel D. Laya from KIDC with employee number KIDC0246. If you're around, if you're here sa YouTube, kindly type present or your full name para po makita natin that you are here attending our session. Okay, nandito ba ang ating winner, si Meldy Laya? Let's check sa ating committee kung nandito yung ating winner ng Aquama Solution. Actually, dalawa to Ma'am Rochi. Sige, ma'am, dito ka sa akin. Pwede. Yeah. Yan, tingnan natin. Okay. Congratulations, Miss. Yan, present. Parang may nakita akong present. Ayan, dalawa na kami, Miss Rochi.
So, yan.
Okay, congratulations. I think Miss Mel Dilaya is here.
Mm-hmm.
Ayan, from Columbia Robinsons, Ermita.
All right.
Ang galing. Congratulations. So, Miss Rosie, let's move to the next.
All right. So, yung next na ito-draw natin, sir, is another winner of Aquama Solution.
Ayun, grabe, no? So, for the information of everyone, Aquama, if you want to try this Aquama Solution, you can dispense from our Aquama machines, no, na matatagpuan at the second floor or second level near yung ating cafeteria. Or you may download yung ating application, no, or tap up. Yan. So, Aquama Solution.
So, let's draw.
Correct, ayan. Ang sweet nating dalawa,
Oo, di ba?
Masyadong dikit tayong dalawa. Inaantay namin yung randomizer.
Alright. Ayun.
Daming participants, ano?
Mm-hmm. Ayun. Ang next winner natin is Miss Ana Micaela de Guzman. Miss Ana, nandyan ka ba?
Congratulations. Ang galing. Pangalawa na from KIDC, tax office. I mean, ang daming participants siguro from KIDC. Alright. Congratulations, Miss Ana Micaela de Guzman. Are you here, Miss Ana? Kindly key in present or your full name, please. Ayan. Aquama.
Yeah.
Na-try mo na yan, ma'am?
Yeah. Actually, yes. Kahit yung mga stores natin sa Beach Origin, may Aquama yan.
Okay. Importante yun. Kailangan pagpasok ni customer.
Yes.
Okay, congratulations. Meron na ba? Nandito na si Miss Ana Marie Micaela de Guzman. Let me check if nag-type na siya ng present or her full name. Sulat-sulat ang pangalan para hindi ma-forfeit yung ating Aquama Solution.
Prize, yes.
Okay, sige. From our mother,
Yeah.
we would like to remind everyone, if hindi po tinawag yung inyong pangalan at hindi po kayo yung lucky winner, please refrain from putting your name or present.
Yes.
Ayan, para hindi ma-confuse yung ating committee din.
Yes.
For now, si Miss Ana lang muna
Yeah,
may
for
karapahan.
Miss Ana. So we're just waiting for Miss Ana Micaela de Guzman.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, naganda nitong
Walang
nag-present.
Okay, so
kung wala,
let's draw another winner.
Okay,
All right.
sige.
Okay,
so let's do the randomizer.
Sayang.
Bigay na lang sa atin. Okay, ayan.
So, yan. So, kukuha ulit tayo ng isa pang mananalo for Aquama solution.
Okay, once again, Aquama is located sa ating mga public areas dito. Ayan, Miss Rochi, meron tayong winner.
So, ang ating winner for Aquama solution is Mr. Genesis. I think it's a
babae.
girl.
Si Miss
But it's
Genesis.
Genesis Joy Panem ng Airworks.
Congratulations.
Genesis, are you there?
Pakikiin,
Pakitype
pakitype.
lang po kung present or cut your full name.
Yes.
So, yeah. Going once. Going twice.
Okay. So once again, guys, Aquama solution is an innovative solution that uses only salt, asin, tubig, and electricity to produce 100% safe cleaning and disinfecting solutions. Ang
Naku,
ganda.
parang
Parang
wala
wala
rin
pa rin.
si Genesis Joy. So ano to? So, kuha ulit tayo ng isang winner
Yes, pwede.
siguro.
Oo, para
Alright.
maraming chance.
Okay, sige.
So let's draw another winner. Sir Seed. Ayan, wala si Miss Genesis Joy. Sayang,
Yeah. Sayang.
Ayan. Okay, let's draw another winner.
Naku, guys, sayang yung Aquama.
Aquama.
Ayun. Ira May Parado ng Aeroworks. Ayan, Ira, nandyan ka pa ba?
Magparamdam ka. Galawin mo yung baso, Miss Ira May Parado.
Andyan ka ba, Ira? Please type present or your full name.
Yes.
Ako.
Wala rin. So, meron na tayong tatlong hindi, I think wala sila sa ngayon. Okay!
Ayun!
Congrats.
Present si Ira.
Okay.
Okay, congratulations, Ira May Parado. You will, actually, you want a Aquama solution. Okay, so let's go with our third prize.
Okay, let's move on to the next prize. Ito naman, Miss Rochi, ang bibigay natin dito, it's a voucher from Bicho Origin. Isa siyang hair treatment.
Yes,
Okay, tingnan natin.
from Bicho Origin. So, yun. Actually, si Bicho Origin is a 100% herbal hair treatment that provides natural solution to your hair and scalp concerns caused by modern lifestyle. This could help you avoid dry and itchy scalp, dandruff, white and gray hair, and even post-pregnant hair loss. Alam mo, Sir Hill, ang maganda kay Bicho, aside from its 100% natural, the paste is edible.
Yeah.
Yes! Pwedeng kainin. Ganun ka-safe si Bichu. Yes.
Oo. Naalala ko yung first experience yun yan nung nag-mystery shop ako, di ba? Nagkaroon ako ng treatment. Ang sarap sa feeling. Talagang makita mo yung
Ay, oo. Talagang after mo magpa-trimate kay Bichu, talagang feeling mo napaka-refresh na fresh ka.
Okay. So I think ready na yung ating randomizer. Let's begin. Sino kayong lucky winner ng Bichu voucher?
So pang-apat na to, no?
Correct.
Alright.
Pang-tatlo, I think. Sorry.
Pangatlo. Sorry. Ayun! So we have a winner for our first Bicho Origin voucher for herbal treatment. Mr. Alvin Lacambra.
Okay, from ICT.
Okay. Alvin, dyan ka ba?
Nandyan ka ba? Magparamdam, Alvin, at magpa-treatment ka na sa Bichu.
Tingnan natin.
Okay, please type present or your full name, Alvin Lacambra from ICT Group. Are you there? Are you around, Alvin?
Going once, going twice, going thrice. Naku, parang wala rin si Alvin.
Okay, draw tayo ng next
draw na
siguro.
lang tayo ulit.
Yan.
Alright, sayang. Naku guys, sayang.
Okay,
Uy!
ayun, haha.
Humabol!
Nako, i-type mo muna, Mr. Alvin, ano,
Yung
present,
present.
wag haha.
Oo. So, humabol.
Present. Ayun, ang galing, masunurin.
Humabol si Alvin.
Congratulations, Alvin.
Alright.
You won Bichu Origin Herbal Treatment Voucher.
Voucher. Alright. So, pang-apat na to, no? Alright.
Pang-apat na tayo ng na
Okay.
prize.
So, yung pang-apat natin is another voucher from Beach Origin.
Okay, so let's check our next winner. At ang ipamimigay uli natin, Miss Rochi, ay Bichu Origin
Voucher.
Voucher ulit.
Yes.
Okay, just to give you an idea, Bichu Origin branches are located at Lucky Chinatown Mall, Promenade, Green Hills, Robinson's Galleria, Madison's Galleries, Glorieta 3, SM The Block, SM Mall of Asia, and SM Mega Mall, where you can buy post-treatment products and try the signature herbal hair treatment. Ayan.
Yes.
At meron kayong social media accounts for inquiries, no, para maging updated kayo. You may visit Bicho Origin Facebook and Instagram at Bicho Origin PH.
Yon. So may nanalo na tayo, no? Si Danilo Atilio ng UTCI. Danilo, nandyan ka po ba?
That's Danilo.
Aha.
Are you there?
Okay, please type
key in. Present.
Or your full name.
Danilo Atilio. Ang daming branches pala ni ni
we
Bicho,
have,
no?
currently we have 8
branches.
Yes, and
nationwide.
Yeah,
ba
soon
yan?
we're gonna have another branch in Robinson's Magnolia.
Okay.
Diba?
Ayaw talaga ni Danilo. Danilo, magparamdam, magpa-treatment ka na.
Ayun!
Present! Congratulations.
Gusto nila ang Bicho Origin.
Yeah, okay, so moving on to the next.
Yes, this will be our fifth. Yes.
So still Bichu din voucher ang ipamimigay natin.
Yes.
Okay. So let's start the randomizer, please.
Alright. So alam mo, Sir Hill, bukod doon sa mga nasabi natin na una, some of the natural premium ingredients Bicho Origin has are ginseng, lychee, dangi, and heshu. These ingredients help you with your hair problems and provide you with a stronger and healthier hair and scalp.
Galing, amazing.
Diba?
Oo, gusto ko din yun.
Iba talaga kapag natural yung products eh. Talagang, yeah. And then, we have a winner.
Oh, we have a winner from PGII.
Jotan. Is this Sir Jojo Tan?
Oo nga, no? Sir Jojo Tan or Sir Jotan?
Alright. So, andyan po ba kayo?
Sir Jojo, Sir Jotan, please key in present if you are around.
Yes.
Tingnan natin. Abangan natin.
Anak ko, teka muna. Siguro, we need to...
Okay. We will,
Dahil mabait si Sir Jojo, ibibigay niya yung kanyang prize.
Oo nga, no? Ang galing. Bibigay ni Sir Jojo yung prize niya sa iba.
Yes,
okay.
So we have to look for another winner for the...
Yes. Ayan. Pipili ulit yung ating randomizer.
Yeah.
Natin. Okay. Let's check sino yung winner ng ating Bicho voucher.
Ayun.
There we go.
Si Sinon Harris Relos ng
Congratulations.
PRC ICT.
ICT ulit,
Oo pa,
dalawang
ICT ngayon.
KIDC,
Talagang
dalawang
mga present
ICT.
ang mga taga-ICT ngayon.
Okay, congratulations.
So, Sinon, are you there?
Nandyan, say present.
Natin siya. Kung nandyan siya.
Okay, please key in present sa ating chat box. Mr. Sinon Harris
Relos.
From ICT. So if I'm not mistaken, dalawang KIDC, dalawang ICT, no?
Yeah.
At isang from UTCI ba
I
yun
think
kanina?
UTCI. The other one is from UTCI.
Wala ata si Mr. Sinon Harris?
Sir Sinon, you're not, you are here ba? Or wala na? Nako.
Okay, so I think let's draw another winner para naman mabilis tayo. So let's check. Wala ata si Mr. Sinon Harris Relos from ICT.
Siguro kailangan nating mag-draw. Draw na lang ulit tayo ng panibagong winner.
Inaantay natin konti. Sayang to yung treatment na voucher.
Yeah.
Okay, present
yun,
po.
Present po si Sinon Harris Relos.
Nako, kailangan ba nating i-consider? May po daw dapat present lang. Joke lang.
Humabol naman din. So,
congratulations.
Okay, congratulations Sinon Harris Relos. So you won a Beach Origin voucher for herbal treatment.
Okay.
Alright.
So we're done.
So dito na tayo sa major.
Yeah. Diretso na tayo sa
Oo,
exciting
diretso
part.
na tayo sa major prize na tayo. So, we have 2 major prizes, no, Sir
May
Gil?
pamimigay.
Isang from
Victorinox.
Victorinox and to me,
Luggage na.
luggage.
Okay, so let's move to the next prize, yung ating isa sa mga major prizes natin.
So, unahin natin Victorinox.
Yes, Victorinox luggage cover.
Okay,
so
so
let's
check natin.
Okay.
Let's draw.
Tingnan natin ha. Yung Victorinox kasi, alam mo, may kwento ko lang sa'yo, Miss Rochi, is a global brand that stands for quality. Keyword quality and innovation.
Actually, maganda naman talaga yung Victorinox. Totoo yun.
So, yan siya.
Ayun,
Tingnan.
no,
Sino
diba?
pa bang mag-aayaw
Just imagine,
yan?
no? Yung nag-stay ka lang sa program, you have a chance to win this Victorinox luggage cover.
Gusto ko yan. Kaya lang bawal ako eh. Okay? Randomizer, please do the honors, please. Randomizer, tingnan natin sino yung lucky winner ng Victorinox. Parang hindi ko nakikita yung pangalan ko. Ano? Hindi man lang nahagip.
Bawal tayo eh. Hindi na tayo kasali. Ayun! May nanalo tayo ng ating Victorinox luggage cover and that is Mr. Sherwin Gabrines ng MSD.
Congratulations, Sherwin. You've won a Victorinox luggage cover. Pero kailangan nandito ka. Say present or key in present sa ating chat box if you're here.
Andyan ka ba,
Nandyan
Sherwin
ka ba,
Gabrines? Sayang to.
Sherwin, are you here?
Sherwin?
Paki-type in, paki-key in ang ating magic word na
present.
Present.
Okay. Sherwin Gabrines, andyan ka po
From
ba?
MSD. Okay. Ang ganda nitong Victorinox eh.
Yeah.
Okay, I think wala, no? So let's draw. Let's
I
pick
think,
another
your
winner, no? Yung ating committee, no?
Naku, Sherwin, sayang. Andiyan ka ba? Humabol ka? Wala talaga.
Okay.
So, pili tayo.
Okay, pili tayo ng panibagong winner.
Alright.
Sayang, no? Okay. So
Let's
again, start. Ayun. Victorinox luggage cover. Yan ang mapapanalunan nitong lucky winner na susunod.
Sa major. Ayun! Si Sarah Angelica Lakap ng Airworks. Sarah, nandyan ka po ba?
Kilala ko to si Miss Sarah. Sarah Angelica Lakap, are
type
you
lang
around?
po, present. Sarah.
Sarah All, ano? Sana, no? Sarah All nanalo ng
Victorinox luggage cover.
Gusto ko din yan.
Miss Sarah,
Miss Sarah.
Angelica Lakap. Nandyan po ba kayo?
Okay. Wala rin. From Airworks team. Ayun.
Wala
Miss
rin
Sarah.
ba? Nandyan? Miss Sarah?
Major prize na ito, ha? Yan, parang wala din, no?
Parang wala din.
Let's pick another winner.
Ano ba yan? Sayang. So,
Present,
sige.
say present. Miss Sarah, wala. Okay.
Wala. So,
Tingnan natin si randomizer. Ayun, ang daming forfeit, no?
Sayang. Ano na yung mga hindi natawag na wala sila.
Yeah.
Ayun! Si Miss Clarice Formelosa ng UTCI. Miss Clarice, are you there?
Parang naging student ko to sa Apex.
Si Clarice.
Si Miss Clarice from UTCI. Dapat nandito ka, Miss Clarice, ha? Para meron kang bagong Victorinox luggage cover. Ayan.
Clarice.
Clarice, are you around? Paki-type in or key in ng ating magic word present.
Clarice. Ako sayang pag hindi sila nandyan. Kasi pag natawag ko, just imagine, mo lang here, we just need to listen, you just need to stay with the program and then you get.
Agree.
Clarice Formelosa.
Ang ganda ng mga prizes na napili ng ng committee, ano? Ang gaganda.
Naku, Clarice!
Tawagan na si Clarice. Nasaan si Clarice? Wala pa rin.
Guys, baka nandiyan lang sa mga tabi-tabi nyo lang si Clarice.
Okay, wala pa rin.
Wala pa rin.
Tinitingnan ko yung nakailang na tayo minuto. Nasa 2 minutes. Okay, let's pick another winner, I think. Para naman sa mga deserving na nandirito ngayon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Naku, sana naman kung susunod. Nandyan.
Oo, siya na. Kasi talagang dapat nandirito kayo.
Correct.
Kasi yun yung isa sa mga requirements na.
Yun! Miss Dana Lorenzo ng Aeroworks. Naku, puro Aeroworks, ha?
Correct.
Andyan ka ba, Miss Dana Lorenzo? Dana
Dana.
Lorenzo.
Miss Dana, are you here?
Naku. Miss
Okay.
Dana.
Naku, wait. May tumatawag sa akin eh. Oo. Tumatawag sa akin. Miss Dana, are you here? Basta importante lang dun, maging maagap kayo pag tinawag, paki-type in ng key in yung present natin. Kasi
O yung
yun
name nila.
yes,
Yun lang
oo.
kasi yung requirements natin for this raffle para makuha nila yung prize. Miss Dana Lorenzo.
Ayun! Present. Okay, so,
Akala ko bubunutan naman tayo ng paniwaga. Okay, congratulations Miss Dana Lorenzo. You won a Victorinox luggage cover. So, doon na tayo sa ating last major prize, sir.
Yes,
So, ito yung ating, naku, tumi to, sir.
Tumi, ayan,
Oo.
ganda niyan. Okay,
Yes.
tingnan natin. Kung para like makita ng ating mga ka-primers, ano ba yung itsura ng Tumi
Tumi
luggage tag na yan.
Wala mo, tumi.
Okay, tingnan natin. So, there.
Yeah.
So, ano bang meron dito sa tag na to, Miss? Sino ba si Tumi na to, Miss Rochi?
Okay. Actually, si Tumi is one of the leading international business, accessory, and travel lifestyle brands in the market today.
Talaga? Okay.
Actually, pag may Tumi ka, talagang alam natin, diba?
Ganda eh.
Yes. So, pick tayo ng mananalo ng ating Tumi luggage tag. So, this is our last
Major prize.
major prize.
Okay, let's do the randomizer.
Pang-pito na to, no?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, last
Yeah.
major prize. Ito na yung last.
So, pili tayo ng mananalo.
Okay.
Tingnan natin si randomizer. Medyo, yes.
So again, ang Tumi na tinatawag natin kanina is one of the leading international business accessory and travel lifestyle brands
In the market today. Yes. Sino kayo mananalo? Ayun! Andyan ba si Glenn Ninalga Redman ng KIDC? Glenn Ninalga Redman.
Glenn Ninalga Redman from
Yes.
KIDC.
Are you there? Glenn Ninalga Redman. Naku, Glenn. Andyan ka ba?
Antayin natin ng konti. Baka may konting delayed yung So, importante lang nandito kayo.
Magaganda yung price natin today, no?
So, recap natin, no? Ang ating pinamigay.
May nanalo tayong dalawa ng Aqua Solution.
Okay.
And there's 3 winners ng Picho Origin
Okay.
vouchers for herbal hair treatment.
Okay.
And there's 1 winner ng Tumi, Victorinox luggage cover. And yung last natin is actually a Tumi luggage tag.
I mean, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, si
So Glenn, nandyan ka po ba?
Mr. Glenn, are you around? Wala?
Wala.
Shall we pick another winner sa pamamagitan ng ating randomizer?
Okay. Naku sir, mukhang kailangan natin pumili ng... Alright.
Okay, sige.
So Glenn.
So, kailangan nating magbilang na siguro, no?
Oo. Okay, sige. So in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, wala talaga si
Sorry,
Glenn.
Glenn. So, pili tayo ng bagong mananalo ng ating Tumi
Okay, sayang, no?
luggage tag. Yes. So, sana ito.
One last winner for this prize.
Okay. Miss Virginia Lui ng PRC. Miss Virginia, andyan po ba kayo?
Miss
Miss
Virginia,
Virginia.
kindly key in present sa ating comment chat box para po talagang kayo yung winner o nandirito no ma-attend no sa ating session on PAWer.
Okay. So, bilang na siguro tayo, sir, no?
Okay, sige.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wala pa
Wala
rin
pa rin si Miss
talaga.
Virginia.
So, yun. So, pili tayo, Mago.
Sige,
Alright,
let's
sige.
check. Antayin lang natin yung randomizer.
Naku, guys, sayang naman to.
Wheel of Fortune. Ayan. So, Tumi luggage tag.
Yun!
Okay.
So, Mr. Eduardo Corpus ng UTCI. Are you there? Mr. Eduardo Corpus.
From UTCI.
Kasi baka medyo dali lang ng konti sa kanya yan eh. So, Eduardo Corpus ng UTCI.
Yes.
It's a to me luggage tag. Sayang. Andyan ka po ba?
Present ha? Please key in present sa ating comment box or comment section.
Or your full name.
This is the last
Prize.
major prize ng TV. Okay, Eduardo Corpus.
Yes.
Is, present.
He's from SM North EDSA Alex pala. Okay, congratulations, Mr. Eduardo Corpus. You won a to me luggage tag. Ayan. So, paano ba nila makiklaim, Sir Hill, ang kanilang mga prizes?
Okay, very good. Actually, you may claim your prize from starting Monday, pwedeng Monday, dito sa Bicho Origin sa headquarters, sa workplace. Just hanapin nyo lang yung aking ka-partner, si Miss Rochi, to claim your prize para po doon sa ating minor and major prizes.
Alright,
okay?
so yun. So hanapin nyo lang po ako. We're located in ground floor of this building, workplace area, or workplace building. So yun, congratulations to all the winners sa game and sa raffle natin. So maraming salamat. Thank you po. So back to you, Doc A. Doc A.
Congratulations sa lahat ng winners both do sa game natin at sa raffle. At thank you very much sa inyong participation for today. Learning natin at a celebration natin ang Data Privacy Awareness Week. Very much thank you. Enjoy your weekend.